Hey guys, this is Kayla with Becky's Graphic Design in Nashville, Tennessee. Today I am going to explain to you some stuff about InDesign presets. I started thinking about this the other day when I had a very frustrating problem. Let me show you. Every time I tried to draw a box, the box would come in half. What in the world? It didn't matter if I changed the color. It didn't matter. It always came in half, and I couldn't figure out what was going on until I zoomed in really close and I noticed there was a slight feathering to my box. So I went to check my effects, and sure enough, there was a gradient feather applied to it. Now, how did this happen? Because I didn't apply a gradient feather to this box. It just came in that way. Well, it turns out that Adobe InDesign is excellent at presets. Anything you select beforehand sticks to everything that is placed afterward. So I can click on this box, say, go to my effects panel, and then get rid of the gradient feather. That's cool and all. But the next time I go to draw another square, it's going to come in half again. So how do we get rid of that? We are going to clear our presets. What I mean by that is we are going to make sure that nothing is selected. I don't want to be clicked onto a rectangle. I don't want to be clicked on anything. With nothing selected, we are going to go back to our effects panel and we're going to turn off that gradient feather. There. Now, everything will come in normally and as expected. Now, this can go for practically anything in InDesign. It is excellent at presets. Watch this. Currently, I have my preset for my fill black. Okay? That means every square that I draw is going to be a black filled square. Well, what if I am selected on this square and I change it to be a stroke? That's great. The next time I draw a square, I would expect it to be a stroked square, right? Nope, we're going right back to the filled square. This is because that preset was set to a fill and not to a stroke. Now, if I deselect everything and then swap it to a stroke, now everything that I draw will come into a stroke, regardless of whether or not I swap it and then continue drawing. Still going to come in with just the stroke and not the fill. This is also something that can happen to your paragraph styles. Let's put some text on the page. Let's fill this with some lorem ipsum. All right, and let's go ahead and just make a paragraph style or two. Okay, we're going to add this to our styles. We're going to call this H1. And then this one we'll call body. Now, what happens to any new text that gets placed into this document? Currently, we have basic paragraphs selected in our presets, but what if we make it H1? Now, any text that I place is still going to come in as basic paragraph. But how do I preset it to come in as H1, etc.? So selected with nothing at all, not even a text box, we're going to select H1. We're going to use our text box here. And then we are going to fill with that placeholder text. The key is to have nothing selected. You can't even be in a text box. You have to be outside of every element. This can be problematic when you're importing text. If you're importing a giant Word document, you can unintentionally ruin the whole styles and formatting from that Word document by having something else selected. It will override it. When you're importing a big Word document, make sure that your preset is set to basic paragraph. That way nothing gets overwritten. This is also very important with character styles because these can also become presets. If I make a new style called italic and I unintentionally have italic selected as my preset, That means that every new text I bring in, regardless of whether or not it's supposed to be italic, is now going to be italic. It's easy to forget if you don't have it up too. Now we've got italic text. So I think y'all get the idea. Oftentimes people describe InDesign as glitchy. It's not necessarily glitchy, it's just the fact that InDesign is really good at pre-formatting everything. So when you're importing stuff into your document, make sure that your presets are cleared, whether it's an effect, object, paragraph, character styles. It could even be text wrap. I forgot to mention that one as well. Text wrap is one that can be very irritating. Currently, my text wrap is set to none, but if you have your text wrap set to jump object or wraparound object, and you can even preset your text wrap with certain amounts of spacing on the top, bottom, left, or right, this can become an issue as well. If you don't want text wrap, just make sure that you have none selected, and make sure you're outside of everything and have none selected. Okay? Hope that helps explain some things for you all. If you like this video, make sure to comment below, subscribe, like the video. We do these things for free for you all, so that's the least you could do, right? It gets us a little bit of income on the side. And look at this graph. Look at how many of you are not subscribed. Why are you not subscribed? It doesn't cost any money. Just hit that subscribe button, all right? All right, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.